Thank you so much, Madam Speaker. I am so pleased that H.R. 742 is before us so that people understand, Madam Speaker, that this process actually does work from time to time. This provision was added at the last minute to the Dodd-Frank bill, was not fully vetted, not fully debated, in a very diligent way. Two committees on both sides of the aisle were able to come together and really pull together this very modest but extremely critical, important bill to make sure that there's transparency as well as fluidity in our global our oversight of derivatives markets. And I'm so pleased to be a part of this remarkable consensus on this indemnification of this bill. I urge all my colleagues to support this critically important legislation, and I yield back the balance of our time.
Gentlelady.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, and thank you, gentlemen from Georgia. I rise to support H.R. 1256, the Swap Jurisdiction Certainty Act. I proudly supported the Dodd-Frank Wall Street Reform Act because I believe that regulations of derivatives was desperately needed. And today I stand here and to support this, what is a very modest change, because I believe that the inability of the CFTC and the SEC to come together on a definition of U.S. persons is centrally important to an effective cross-border rules and regulations and rules of the road. Now, I did support the gentlelady from California's amendment for switching the presumption. And because of the closed rules, we were unable to take that up at this time, and I believe it would have improved the bill. However, although this amendment was not adopted, I believe that the regulators will continue to have the authority to regulate any overseas swap transactions under U.S. rules if they conclude that it is appropriate. I believe that without this bill, we could find U.S. companies going outside not only of the jurisdiction of the United States and losing our competitiveness, but those swap activities could migrate away from U.S. companies overseas to companies outside of the reach of U.S. regulators. So I would urge my colleagues to support this important legislation.